Hello and welcome back to the West Highland Way, and you find me in the King's House Hotel. I'm having a bit of rest and recuperation, not just me, Dave's here as well, and the reason quite simply we're having some rest and recuperation is if you have a look at this video you would see we've been through some brutally cold and reasonably testing conditions for men of our age, Dave being 60 or coming up 60 and me coming up 55, and carrying pretty much military kind of weight load systems. Dave's got a Norwegian style military burgan. I've got what most people will recognise as the old British DPM burgan system. Mine is mostly taken up with the Arctic sleeping bag system. It takes up 90% of the burgan, but it is actually a system that I can say works fully. And the rest of the burgan is filled with my other stuff and equipment I need on this trip. They're heavy, they're cumbersome, and they're not what I would recommend anybody else take. Me and Dave have some experience in carrying heavy weights in burgans, but putting that to one side, it does make us extremely slow. And, you know, when we come to difficult terrain, it slows us down even more. We don't have a problem with that because we're here to enjoy the trail in the winter conditions, and we have the knowledge to use the equipment inside if things got a little bit tricky. We could hunker down. I would suggest, and in fact say, most people should be looking at the normal lightweight hiking solutions for the time of year situation that they'll be on this trail, and indeed the ultralight stuff. But most of the people we've met on the trail, they're aiming to do 15 to 20 miles. We're achieving nowhere near that due to the weight we've got. So we decided to have a couple days or some time here, R&R, before we tackle the Devil's Staircase. We've got 26 miles to go, and we're feeling positive, but nothing's guaranteed, as I always keep saying. So yeah, I'll let you watch the rest of this video now, and you will see the conditions that we've had to go through from Tyndrum to get to the King's House Hotel, what we've had to push through and do an overnighter in to get to this point. That weather system has caught up with us, and we do have torrential rain outside, so I'm grateful for a hard roof at this moment. By the time we put our first feet on the trail, we should have lost the majority of this rain, which is a bonus, and the rest of the trail should be cold but fair weather. But in any case, watch the video and enjoy the Highlands of Scotland. Now, the Green Welly is a fantastic place to do a mid-trail resupply and get any kit that may have broken or failed. But we're on the trail early this morning. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the trails have started to thaw, but as soon as they thaw and go to water, they instantly refreeze to solid ice. So we've stopped just out of the village and we're getting spikes on, otherwise we're not going to make much progress. As you can see, we've got light coming up. Dave's just stopped down there to put his spikes on, and I've stopped here. Quite simply, I got a wall, so I have to pick my burgan up again. Dave's got more traditional spikes. What I've got are these small, like little studs, and they just about cope. So yeah, unfortunately another stop to get kitted up for what we've got coming to us now on the trail. Right, Dave's got a more traditional type, or a better quality, which is chains with triangle metal spikes. Sure, and basically they are needed on this sort of like trail and these conditions. We've got 2 deers halfway up that mountain looking at us, and they've got a long way to go to the top yet as well, although we're not going up there. Now this is what you would actually think about when you think about Scotland in the Highlands. Dave's a bit further on than me. He's just tackled that massive section of ice on the track. You got snow still on the mountains. It's about -4. And there's a bit of a wind blowing. And when the track disappears to ice like that and it's boggy and marshy on either side, spikes do come into their own. Now I don't want to jinx today, but me and Dave seem to be making some nice progress, and although we're contending with ice, yeah, we seem to be plodding along at a fair pace when we get the opportunity. So we're hoping to at least achieve one side of the map. So if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. But we're hopeful. We're actually optimistic today. There's that feeling in the air. We really do feel like this could be the day we actually surpass our mileage record on this trip. We'll have to wait and see though. Now the scenery we're walking through is actually, you know, mind-blowing. We've just got a train coming as well. But there is a weather front chasing us. It's on our heels. So it's going to get warmer, but it's going to get wetter. So that's a mixed blessing for us really. So yeah, it's going to work one of 2 ways for us. We're either going to be enjoying the warmth, but we're going to be getting wet. But I'll just let you see the little valley, well not a little, the valley we're going through. Absolutely stunning. Those skies are really grey. You'd think snow, but we know we've got rain coming. And we're right down by a river, and you can see the runoff there. So we've reached the bridge of Orchy, so we're going to take 5 to 10 minutes, take our burgans off and have a rest, and then think about heading off again. But we just want to get these burgans off our back, have a quick coffee and some downtime. Right, we're coming down into the village of Bridge of Orchy, and we've actually got snow flurrying down. So we're kind of hoping that we don't get snow, because that could make the track even more difficult. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're pushing down to the road now. Right, I think the rain, due to it being about -4 up here, is turning back to snow. I mean, you got the mountains behind us there, you can hardly see coming through the clouds. And you got the one heading up there, where hopefully now it's going to start to descend down the other side, because well, naturally you don't want to be caught out if you can, so we're pushing on and pushing quite fast. And then we've got to think about setting up camp. Right, we found a little copse of woods, and it's been used by campers before. There's evidence everywhere, camping equipment that's broken or just been forgotten. There's a little bunker we're going to cook up in, and it looks like it's heavily used, so you might as well use the same area. I've cobbed together a very rudimentary shelter. The trees aren't far enough apart, but I want that because I want to bring the shelter right in tight. But it's lovely and cozy in there, and if we do get rain, which I think will probably be snow if we get it, yeah, I'll be snug as a bug in a rug there. Dave's setting his hammock up down the way. I'll let you have a little quick look. Now those two trees aren't far enough apart because this is a 3x3, but I've pulled it down and I've bell shaped the bottom, flared it out. But what that's allowed me to do is use the tree stump as a bit of a windbreak. And believe you me, we need the windbreak. It is still going to be minus figures tonight. Same again. Obviously, like I've just said, the tarp is too big for the gap, but it works perfectly because I can flare the outsides around the tree trunk. Dave is setting up down there. And the dining room is going to be the bunker. It looks like everybody's used it, so like I said, we might as well use it as well. That's all my stuff there. You can see it's just beginning to snow. And this is the bunker. Dave's just sorting his admin out there. What have you got tonight, Dave?
I've got sweet and sour chicken and a custard apple crunch and a lemon drink.
So we're not starving. And I've got a chicken fried rice, I've had a porridge and a chocolate bar. So yeah, we're going to smash this back and get straight in our DOS bags. We are absolutely knackered. But yeah, somebody's used this as a kind of cooking area. It's been left a little bit of a mess, but we're not adding to it. I'm just waiting for my fire dragon gel to die down before I put that away and let it cool down. So we camped in a little spruce grove, and it was a nice little camp spot, heavily used. There's a remnants of other people there, easily spotted. But it got us a campsite for that night. Well, yeah, last night. We're up not as early as yesterday, but we're fresh. We've had breakfast, and we're going to push hard to our next objective. There's never any promises in this sort of game, but yeah, we've got an objective in mind and we're going to push hard for it, and that's the King's House Hotel, isn't it?
That's correct. So
Dave's there, he's ready to go, and he's keen to get to the King's house hotel. So we're going to see if we can make this happen.
That's it.
You can tell it's warming up because the snow has got that kind of, where it's kind of started to semi-melt, then refrozen, so it's crunchy or slippery underfoot, and it doesn't have that soft powdery feel to it anymore. So, which is a good thing, but you get overconfident and then your foot kind of just gently slips behind you with no forward motion. But I reckon we may lose the snow before we get off the trail. The terrain we're walking on is, you know, like I keep saying, typical Scottish Highland territory or landscapes, and in reality our main concern is staying on our 2 feet. When you're walking with spikes, they kind of slow you down on goodish ground, but when you haven't got them and you're on semi-slush, re-frozen snow, you kind of miss them. So we're trying to get to grips with that and make the progress we want to make. So we're about to drop down. We've got about 3 miles of descent to get to the King's Arms Hotel, and it was brutal coming up the other side of that mountain. You don't go to anywhere near the summit, you skirt around the base of it, but that wind was quite brutal. And on this side we've got no wind now, which is a blessing, but we've got deep snow to contend with. So here we are yet again with the magic of YouTube and time travel. I'm here now just to say thanks for watching. So all that's left to be said is take care, stay safe, and I hope to catch you guys out on the trail.